Hey, my friends, welcome back to another Step It Up Stamping, where we take a very simple card design that anyone can make, and then we step it up with added embellishments and die cuts. And so I have something for everybody, no matter where you're at in your card making journey. Now, today we are using the Words of Beauty bundle. I love this bundle because it's just words, but it's got some really cool coordinating dies with it. And I'm going to show you what they look like when you use them. But we're going to start off with our very simple card, also known as the Busy Bee card. If you're a beginner, if you just are busy and need a card in a hurry, this is the card for you. Now, what I'm using on here, and I'm going to have a little bit of issue with this ink, I think, but it's Petal Pink cardstock. And then I'm using the 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐿𝐄𝐒, I'm probably massacring that, but the 𝐓𝐶𝐈𝐌𝐿𝐄𝐒 Designer Series paper. It's a specialty paper because it's got this beautiful gold foiling on it. And then I'm using Misty Moonlight ink for the two stamps that look like they're one. I'm going to see if I can bring this up a little bit closer. It looks black or navy on the camera, but it is actually Misty Moonlight. I have all the measurements for you in case you want those. You can find them in the links below. Now, next up is our worker bee card. This is when you want to put a little bit more work into your card. We're still using the Petal Pink cardstock for the base of our card. We're still using the 𝐓𝐶𝐈𝐌𝐿𝐄𝐒 Designer Series paper, but this time what I did is I cut 3 rectangles of that paper, and then I put it on a background of the Misty Moonlight Designer paper. I'm going to see if I can get this a little bit better on color. Let me see. Does that make it better? Let's see if that does. I think that does a little bit. Yeah, you can see the gold foiling on the 2 vases. I think this is actually a teacup, and then I just hand cut out the because. Now, if you have the dies, you can definitely die cut that out, and it will be much easier for you if you do that. So that was our worker bee card. Just added a few elements to this one. And now I'm going to bring out the queen bee card. This is where we add a lot to it and take it over the top. Now, I'm going to try to get this a better lighting. I don't know, is that better? Now you can see that I added, let me bring this one back out. Instead of a layer of Misty Moonlight designer paper, I used a layer of Petal Pink, but then I also put these 3 pieces of Designer Series paper onto the Misty Moonlight paper that I used here. So it did add those couple of layers that sort of coordinate beautifully together. And then what I did here is, instead of stamping the just because, that is one of the die cuts, and in the instructions I number, let me bring this out, I number the dies so you'll know which one is which. So then I also die cut the It's Your Birthday with the banner sentiment die that is in the set of dies. So this card came together really quickly. Now, I will say that these dies are just for the stamp set, so you do have to fussy cut out with scissors the vases and the cups, but they're super simple. And you can see that it doesn't matter what color vase or cup that you use, because it'll all coordinate with the paper you use for the background. Let's see if I can get this not so shiny. I guess not, but you can see that it's just an elegant paper. And then to finish this card up, I used the Hues of Blue embellishments, which I really like. So you can see how we've got these hues of blue there. And I think it really makes a difference. Okay, so let me bring all 3 cards back in. And There we go. I think I've got that right. Okay, so we've got the Busy Bee card. You can make this card in a flash. All you need is a stamp set and the designer paper, and you're ready to go. Then here, I added 3 layers of the designer paper, same that I used here, except this one I layered on another piece of the Misty Moonlight designer series paper. On this card, I used pink, or Petal Pink. It just blended better, I think, into what we were doing with the card. And then here, I did 2 layers of the die cut just because. And what I really like about it is that it's very subtle. That background, that Misty Moonlight shading behind it, it's really subtle. Oh, and this is what I did on the inside of the card. So again, very simple. I would love to know in the comments below which one is your favorite and which one you would be most likely to make. I think for me today, I'm going to go with this one because it just means running the dies through your cut and emboss machine or your die cut machine, whatever you have. It just takes one more pass. And I think the end result is absolutely gorgeous. I'd love to know what you guys think. Okay, so there you go. This is the Words of Beauty bundle and the Kintsugi designer series paper. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And I will see you next week for another Step It Up Stamping. Have a great creative week, my friends. Bye.